How y'all doing? Good evening, good evening. Curtis Davis, Conversations in C minor. I'm talking about some hard rock right now. I'm talking about Deep Purple. Go back to their first album with Rod Evans, Mark 1, Richie Blackmore on guitar, of course, John Lord on organ. First album, 1967 or 68, Shades of Deep Purple. Got the song Hush, and that was a hit. That was a good hit for him. 1968. Shades of Deep Purple. What y'all know about that? Anybody comment on it? Anybody know about this album, Shades of Deep Purple? I forget the second album. I don't own that one. But they got tired of they did 3 albums. One was called Deep Purple, and I forget the second one's name. But the one they did, then they recruited Ian Gillan and got Roger Glover on bass and John Lord, of course, Ian Pace on drums, still back there rocking. The Mark II album, first Mark II album they did was the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra, conducted by Malcolm Arnold. This is one of John Lord's pet peeves, and Richie Blackmore said if that album was successful in England, he was going to continue doing orchestras, But anyway, it didn't get that successful, but it sold some copies. And he wanted to go to a rock band, hard rock. Came out with In Rock, with Child in Time, Speed King. What's the song on here too? Flight of the Rat is a great song. Oh, Bloodsucker is an amazing song too. Anybody know anything about that? 1970s Bloodsucker. This is a great record. Look at this album cover. The back, the front, gatefold. 1970 Deep Purple. After that album, it came out in 1971's, which Richie Blackmore didn't really like, but it's a great record. I thought it was. Demon's Eye, Strange Kind of Woman. 1971's Fireball. Look at that. Yeah. No. Or No One Came. That's right. Oh, no, too. The English version or the American version, one of them got Demon's Eye on it. I have that on a CD somewhere. A Strange kind of Woman, the song Fireball. Anybody remember that? Great album too. Then of course they came out with the magnum opus that everyone fell in love with. They didn't like any earlier stuff that 1972's Machine Head, Smoke on Water, Pictures of Home. Oh, my glasses there. And then Pictures of Home. Man, Lazy, Space Truck, and Highway Star. This is a great album. This is the album really, I think, that made them superstars. They got, not superstars, but got them commercial. It's Machine Head. Anyone got this album at home? If you do, comment on it. Say something about it on YouTube. Tell me you like it. Then they came out with a live album after that. Double album, made in Japan. Oop, upside down. Everybody remember this? 1973, this album came out. Remember that? Yeah, I've had these albums for a long time, since the 80s, actually, since the late 80s. I bought these albums. Machine Head, Richie Blackmore, jamming. On that Machine Head, the live version of Lazy kicks major ass. Major ass. Ian Gillan and Richie Blackmore wasn't really getting along at that time. They were fighting. And so they cut one more album at that time. Who do you think you are? Who do we think we are? With who do we think we are? 1973 got Woman of Tokyo on it. A few cuts on here. Mary Long, Super Trooper. And it didn't do as good as Machine Head or Made in Japan. But I like it. I think it's a competent album. I like it a lot. Ian Gillan quit, and so they fired Roger Glover, who was the bass player. So we still had John Lord, Richie Blackmore on guitar, John Lord on organ, and Ian Pace on drums. So they was looking for a singer, and they found David Coverdale, the future singer for Whitesnake. But that was later on in the 70s. And they got Glenn Hughes, who was a great bass player and great singer, and they had co-lead vocals on this album. Burn. Anybody know about this album? Comment on it if you do. Burn. I love this song. What's the song? Might Just Take Your Life. The song Burn, of course. Anybody know anything about that? Mistreated. And Blackmore, he was in a good mode on this album as well too, because he's a moody guitar player. The next album that came out with, which I have on vinyl somewhere, but I can't find it right now. 1974 Stormbreaker. This is a great song too. There's a few songs on here that really, really sounds good. But overall, this is a great record. Stormbringer, 1974, and that was the Mark III lineup, they call it. That was Mark III. Burn and Stormbreaker was Mark III. Richie Blackmore left the band and formed Rainbow, which was another rock band. I might do a special on them one day or a discussion about them. But they got Tommy Bolin on guitar. Anybody know about Tommy Bolin? Did this great album, Come Taste the Band. Look at that. 1975. Coming Home, Lady Luck, Getting Tighter, Drifter, You Keep Me Moving, Ode to G. This is a great record too. I like this record a lot. This is one of my favorite ones I used to listen to back in the day. I haven't listened to it in a while. I might listen to it tonight actually. And they broke up. After that, they did they did, what is it? They had another one. Live in Europe. A live album. What did I do with that? I had it over here somewhere, but they had another album called Live in Europe. I have it on CD around here somewhere. I don't know where I put it, but I do have it. Definitely got it. Oh, here it is. Now this Deep Purple box set that I had for a few years. Here we go. The Live in Europe box set. This album came out actually before Come Taste the Band, which came out in 76. This is the live album from the Stormbringer tour. This was the Mark III lineup with Glenn Hughes on bass and vocals, David Coverdale on vocals with Richie Blackmore, John Lord, and Ian Pace. But it's a great record. They broke up. Richie Blackmore spent a lot of years with Rainbow. Ian Gillan went solo, this and that, and they broke up. They got back together in 1984. They wanted to get the band back together, and they came back in 1984 with Perfect Strangers. Look at that. This is a hard rocking album, 1984. European rock, but still amazing rocking band. Ian Gillan came back Roddy Glover came back. This is the Mark II, reformation of the Mark II lineup. And they still was having, you know, Ian Gillan and Richie Blackmore just never got along for some reason. They got back together for the money. Anyway, 1987's House of Blue Lights. This is an underrated album. Underrated album. I like it. 1987. I was supposed to saw them in concert that year. Richie Blackmore cut his fingers. I was in Atlanta. He had cut his fingers, and that the tour was canceled, or that the show was canceled. But they still toured. It came out with another live album, Nobody's Home, and eventually Richie Blackmore left Deep Purple, and then they got Steve Morse, and that continues to this day. I actually just listened to their new album, Whoosh. It sounds really good. And they got some cool albums since Richie Blackmore left. They got Perpendicular in 96, and it's a great album. They did one more album with Richie Blackmore, too, before he left in 93. I forget the name of it. But Deep Purple was a great band. And thank you so much. Curtis Davis, Conversations in C Minor. If you like it, subscribe. Like it on YouTube. And comment on it, on what's your favorite album, what's your favorite songs, and we'll discuss it. Curtis Davis, Conversations in C Minor. Thank you. Good night.